Joe.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? The Cool Geek here, and I'm at you with another video. And today I am debunking game theorists, specifically Austin's video, Proof Minecraft Steve has a limited power, debunked. So yeah, I'm debunking that because Austin stated that Minecraft Steve was the most powerful character in fiction, and he's not even close. And I've stated before that Goku is not anywhere near the strongest character in fiction, and that's proof as I've had Flash beat Goku in a previous versus battle. So you can't just be all like, "Oh, you're just a salty Dragon Ball tard. You're just mad because he beats Goku." No, he doesn't just lose to Goku. He loses to a bunch of different people. And before you say, "Oh, he didn't say Minecraft Steve was the most powerful on all of fiction." Yes, he did.
Today we're gonna answer the most important question of all time. Who is the strongest fictional character ever? This is so important that I'm delaying my normal intro. Does that make you uncomfortable? Good. Because the answer to this question blew my mind. Is it the Doom guy? Sonic? Atlas? Superman? None of these. The answer is surprisingly simple. It is one person. The last one you would ever suspect. Steve. Or Alex, the Minecraft person. Crap, I'm so awkward without my intro, motherfucker! Hi, it's me, Austin. Welcome to the Thunderdome, where today we're gonna prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that the strongest person in all of fiction, period, the end, is this person. This knockoff Lego person with the square head. We're gonna prove it with the power of science! Are you ready? I'm ready. So let's get to it.
Now, when I heard that line, I was straight like, what? He's stronger than all of fiction. And, I mean, you're a smart guy and you do research, so I would assume you know about the one above all, who is literally omnipotent. And for those of you that don't know what omnipotent means, there's literally nothing above omnipotent. That's the highest level. So even if he was one of the strongest characters in fiction, or if you said there was nobody who can beat him in a fight, he still wouldn't be stronger than omnipotent. At the very highest, he would be omnipotent. And then he'd at best stalemate the one above all, because there's no being stronger than omnipotent. You're either omnipotent or you're weaker. There's no in between. You can't beat an omnipotent person, right? So that's important to keep in mind. Or even if he is unlimited power, like the video's called Proof Minecraft Steve has unlimited power, what about characters that stack infinities on top of each other? Cosmic Armor Superman, if I remember correctly, was supposed to sit above the Omniverse. Like he watches the Omniverse, like some freaking monitor type crap. Or the Living Tribunal, who's infinite fourth dimensional, bare minimum, considering he has different forms that spread out through all multiverses, right? Or the Darkseid's true disembodied form, which resides in the fifth dimension. On the map of the DC multiverse, it's right here, right? Or Mr. Mixoplickalick, confirmed fifth dimensional. Or like I said, Anti-Monitor, or the Monitor race, right? Or even if you say, well, those are in comic books, well, how about Xenogoku from Dragon Ball Xenoverse? He's about sixth dimensional, right? He actually, you can scale him to be infinite sixth dimensional, possibly seventh dimensional. And even if he had infinite third dimensional powers, there's still fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional, and sixth dimensional, and each dimension is infinitely higher than the one before it. So if he's infinite third dimensional, fourth dimensional, the lowest tier fourth dimensional being would be infinitely above him. If you want to know what I mean, check out my dimensional tiering video. It goes into more depth on what all of this actually means, and it explains this map a lot better. So yeah, and coming back to the monitors, Well, Anti-Monitor was supposed to be a multiversal threat, and you're saying, well, yeah, he can destroy the multiverse, all of the universes. Well, I mean, if the Anti-Monitor can do that, and through scaling, we can say that Darkseid was he fought Anti-Monitor, and God of Death Flash one-shotted him. So did you not do your research on God of Death Flash? How about Sela Allen, who, when she was gravely injured by a supervillain, she was put in the Speed Force to recover and fused with the Speed Force, which on the map of the new 52 DC Omniverse or Hyperverse, whatever you want to call it, it's this part, which is literally the fourth dimension, and it was explained that way in the series too. So that would be infinitely greater than third dimensional being. So even if he's infinite 3D, that's still below limited 4D. So Sela Allen would be infinitely greater than your so-called greatest character in all of fiction. You're an unlimited god, right? And Austin, I as you saw, I'm subscribed to his channel, so that's one thing that really caught me off guard when he said most powerful in all of fiction. And when I straight saw that video, I was like, yeah, I'm putting this guy up against Goku and proving he's not omnipotent. Because again, and here are the numbers he cites. So this this number in my calculator, I broke my calculator. It put E.35, 6.35 E plus 505 universes, right? And it's really weird what he did, because at first he compared him to Spider-Man and New 50, base Spider-Man and like New 52 Superman. Then he jumped to Galactus and Spectre, and it was really weird. And it's like, Spider-Man isn't, I mean, I love Spider-Man, don't get me wrong. He, as a child, he was my favorite superhero. Number one above all was my favorite superhero. So there's no bias here. Spider-Man is pretty fodder. Like, not even joking. I mean, yeah, he's really overpowered by normal human standards. I mean, he throws around cars, you know, without too much effort. Like, he tries, he breaks a sweat, but it's not like it's the hardest thing on the planet for him to do. But even still, if you say Spider-Man is even building level, wank, wank, that's still not impressive. And New 52 Superman is a bit more impressive. You can say he's anywhere between planetary, which he cites, he bench presses the planet, and, you know, like multi-star system, which would be more of a high-end. Actually, I think that would be Wink as well. But even then, it's not all that impressive. And compared to that, this number is huge, right? What's a few stars compared to this many universes, right? So and since it breaks your calculator, you can easily say, yeah, sure, he's like in uncalculable strength, right? An unquantifiable amount of universes, or you can even say infinite amount of universes. So, I mean, if you want to put him there, that's what I'm going to start comparing him to Goku, now that I got that out of the way. Because one above all one-shots, Cosmic Armor Superman one-shots, Living Tribunal one-shots, Darkseid's True Form one-shots, Mr. Mxyzptlk one-shots, also solos Goku Master Ultra Instinct, don't at me. The Monitors and Anti-Monitor one-shot, and Xenogoku one-shots. But not counting Xenoverse and the movies, Mr. Mxyzptlk without a doubt stomps all Gokus we've seen up until the point. And the point I'm talking about is, of course, end of Dragon Ball Super Goku with Master Ultra Instinct. Don't at me. Actually, debate me. My Discord will be in the description. My Versus Discord. Debate me, okay? But that's just proving he's not the strongest in all of fiction. But I mean, if you know anything about the One Above All, or any of the people I've just stated, or anything about dimensional tiering, and you saw that video, you were probably thinking, what? But not to throw shade or anything, but I thought I'd get that out of the way. And like I said, Austin's a cool dude, and so is MatPat. They got a good channel, and as you probably noticed, I subscribe to them. But I say their numbers are all accurate, although you can argue that since they're in the inventory that could be a pocket dimension, and he just uses some sort of weird hacks to access the pocket dimension. But we're not gonna go there. So yeah, now let's get on to the actual versus matchup. But really quick, I want to play the other clip for you about him saying that, comparing him to the people that he compared himself to, because that was.
And we can prove it using the heaviest thing in all of Minecraft: gold blocks. Gold blocks are the heaviest objects in Minecraft, being a full cubic meter of gold, since each block in Minecraft is a cubic meter, which means each one of these things would weigh 19,300 kilograms, or over 42,000 pounds, since the density of gold is 19,300 kilograms per cubic meter. Got it? Good, because it gets way crazier from here. The Minecraft protagonist can carry a lot of these things, and just being able to carry one already makes them stronger than Spider-Man and puts the character on par with the strongest heroes in all of comics and movies. Gold blocks can stack into piles of 64 blocks weighing over 1 million kilograms, and each of these stacks fits into one inventory slot. The protagonist of Minecraft has 4 rows of 9 slots each, plus an extra spot in their hand, which can hold another stack of 64, making the number of stacks of 64 gold blocks total up to 2,368 cubic meters. A stack of gold that is this big and, no joke, is more gold than is currently or ever been in the total gold reserves for every nation on Earth at over 45,000 tons. Yeah, boy!
Show me the money. Yeah. Come on. Never been around wealth, now I'm surrounded. Nice cars at the mansion right next to the fountain. CEOs in business suits and private accountants. Yeah. Summertime parties by the pool.
Fun fact, if you wanted to mine this gold for yourself, it'd take almost 10 days of just mining the ore at average drop rates, plus another 2.5 days of smelting. So if you're super efficient and budget a few hours of sleep followed by a ton of grinding, you can simulate what it's like to be an edutainment video game YouTuber without any of the recognition in just 2 weeks. Please push the like button and subscribe, I'm very tired. Well, it's very impressive to hold more money than the total world's gold reserves combined in your bare hands. You're probably saying to yourself right now, hey, wait a minute. You promised that the player character would be the strongest character ever. And if I recall correctly, you said Superman could bench press the earth. And you would be right. And normally I would have ended the episode right there if it weren't for one tiny trick that I literally stumbled upon by accident, trying to make sure that gold blocks were actually the heaviest items in Minecraft and I wasn't overlooking something. Control picking. Thanks to a video by YouTuber Sankarn, I learned of a new trick that is not a glitch that allows you—
I had the same exact reaction. Huh? So, being able to carry one of these blocks makes him stronger than Spider-Man. Okay, that's fine. And mostly every hero in fiction? What? In all of comics and movies. Okay, comics. The same comics that God of Death Flash is in, right? That fought that one-shotted Darkseid that was on Anti-Monitor's level. He one-shotted him. Or Sela Allen. These both count as heroes. You said heroes in comics and movies. Well, these are heroes. Okay, well, he said most. Okay. How about Strange Visitor Superman, who was actually on Mr. Mxyzptlk's level. And keep in mind, 5th dimensional imp here. Or World War Hulk destroyed a planet without ever even touching it. Or like he said, base Superman benching the planet. And this is New 52 Superman, which is by far the weakest form of Superman. Okay, benching the planet, not to mention post-crisis and pre-crisis. Okay, that's also not mentioning freaking Space Punisher Hulk. Or a lot of the Hulks from the classic run that casually busted universes and realities, you know? Not to mention old King Thor. You know, he was on par with Odin. Not to mention insert character here that's above infinite third dimensional. Because those, no, like I said before, I'm gonna keep pressing this issue. I like Austin's and game theory, I really do. But just because somebody can beat up Spider-Man, who's barely above Batman level, you know, just because he beat him, he's like among the top tier characters in fiction. Now, like I said, Spider-Man's the homie. He's one of my favorite characters in all of fiction, but he's nowhere near the strongest. So, a character that's not even planetary, come on now. And then Superman, who's only planetary. And then I think he says that Galactus and Spectre should be able to push stars with ease, right? Again, what? So, you realize Galactus has fought against Odin, which has casually dealt out universal to multi-universe level attacks, right? Or the Spectre, who, if I remember correctly, was multiversal, right? So, what? And then, Atlas has, like saying, okay, he's above Atlas. Now, Atlas, he's not really a strength dude, like, okay, he lifts the planet. But it's not really his strength that makes him all impressive, it's his stamina. He not only lifted the planet, but he lifts it for all eternity. That's the thing about Atlas. So his strength feat isn't supposed to be the most important, you know? But enough of that, let's get on to the actual versus battle. So, here's the numbers here, or you can just say infinite strength, or 6.35 E plus 55 universes, right? And, okay. Now, let's compare him to Goku, right? Now, if you're wondering which one, I'm comparing him to Blue Goku, as you can tell from the thumbnail. But, so, let's start off with saying, because some people still don't think Super Saiyan God Goku is a universe buster. And I've already proved he's at least a universe buster. And actually, when I was debating this with one of my friends, he's actually one of the reasons that I feel like I have to bring this up. But I have a power scale on how strong Goku is from Z to Super, like from the very beginning of Dragon Ball Z, like when he was below Raditz level to now with Mastered Ultra Instinct. And I go over a lot of terms like dimensional, so you might want to check out my dimensional tiering video again for that. But, so yeah. Now, Goku in his fight with Beerus, right? They were clashing, and they were threatening to destroy the Dragon Ball macrocosm, not just the universe. But again, if you don't know what a macrocosm is, check out my dimensional tiering video. I go over terms like macrocosm, universe, dimension, timeline, multiverse, omniverse, fourth dimensional, and all that good stuff. And the Dragon Ball macrocosm is approximately 3 universes in size. It's actually a little bit higher considering the Kaioshin realm is not included in that, which is about multi-galaxy level. But we're going to ignore that for now and just say 3 universes. And if you lowball, you can say half that was because Beerus was there and they took 3 punches, right? They clashed 3 times. And so let's say 1/3 of that was with 1 punch, right? So if you say their 3 clashes were each universal since they were going to destroy the macrocosm. So that's 1 universe, and then divide by 2 because you say Beerus was there because you're trying to lowball Goku. You say, okay, that's 50% universal. Now, it's important to note that Goku, it's very easy to say that he got twice as powerful during the match. For example, and it's important to keep in mind, Goku definitely did not exert less than half of Beerus' effort because they were clashing in the middle. But if you want to, and they were constantly increasing their ki, Every time Beerus did, so did Goku, and vice versa, right? And by the end of the fight, Goku absorbed the power into his base, and that's what I'm going to be going off of. So base Goku's universal. If you want to see more of an in-depth, check out my Goku power scale. But now let's get on to his hacks. Not because in a versus battle we don't just look at raw strength, but we also look at hacks, and that on its own, Goku Dragon Ball is not very known for hacks, and I've actually debunked this before, but Dragon Ball does have quite a few hacks. Some will be more useful than others, like if Goku decides to read Minecraft Steve's mind, it probably wouldn't do much. But on the other end, if he Hakai's him and erases his soul, you know, there's not much Minecraft Steve would be able to do, right? And if you're wondering, yes, it actually was confirmed to be able to destroy souls, as shown when Beerus destroyed a soul. Again, I have a Goku power scale if you want to check this out. There will be an iCard for you to check that out. Now let's get on to more of his strength, right? Though that's his main hacks that'll give him more of an edge in this fight, right? Is his ability to destroy Bro's soul. Now, let's go on to he scales to Vegeta, who in base, no less, busted the hyperbolic time chamber, which was stated to be infinite in size. So that's important to keep in mind. So he's already at those infinite levels, which would make him about equal to Minecraft Steve, and that's base Vegeta, which Goku scales to. And you could argue that that was an outlier, right? That is just some sort of weird highball. And okay, if you want to say that, but Vegeta does it again by transforming into a Super Saiyan Blue. And this time, not only does he bust his way out, but he also sends a giant blast of energy into the air, like a giant beam of energy of just him transforming and powering up a little bit. So that would actually be slightly above the infinite plateau, which would shoot him into not just infinite 3-dimensional, but low tier 4th dimensional. Again, I have a dimensional tiering video if you don't know what I mean. And then Piccolo states that he forced his way out again, right? And that was before the Tournament of Power, right? Around the time when they found Frieza. Now this is where things get more complicated, because along to go with the whole busting out of the time chamber thing, when Frieza came back, Frieza was planning on fighting base Goku because he thought he would be a rival to his golden form, which implies that Goku would at least, in base, be as strong as he was in blue around the revival of Frieza arc in the beginning of Super, which shoots him, as a matter of fact, in power surpasses 6.35 E plus 555 universes. It would actually scale more to about 8 E plus 32, which you could say is a highball, but they were as you can see in the clip I'm about to show you, Goku and base and Golden Frieza blitzing around each other, and then at the very end Goku turns into Super Saiyan Blue, and Frieza and Goku just one-shot each other. And keep in mind, Goku can still stack Kaioken times 10 on top of this. And as a matter of fact, right after this, the Tournament of Power starts immediately after. So actually, in the Tournament of Power, Goku uses Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20. So actually, he can get 20 times stronger. So that same infinite, you know, incalculable / infinite level, which again, this is after Vegeta busts the hyperbolic time chamber, and then he can stack Kaioken times 20 on top of that. So that's important to keep in mind. That Goku would be stronger than Steve. but you could lowball Goku and say he would be more like 800 quadrillion times universal if you ignore that Frieza statement and the busting of the hyperbolic time chamber, which at that point you're doing a bit much. You're extreme lowballing, and we already lowballed and said Super Saiyan God Goku was only universal level when they were about to destroy the macrocosm, and Beerus, it was not his ki leaking out that was destroying the macrocosm. It was Goku, because he could barely control his form. But if we give you the benefit of the doubt to lowball, and that would lend credence to that. And then around this time, where Goku brings back Frieza, I think actually it was right before this, Goku, and keep in mind, Goku right before this was outpacing his time skip. But after this, and Goku in base Super Saiyan Blue was strong enough to do better than he did against a weaker hit in Kaioken times 10 in base Super Saiyan Blue. So that Goku that went Kaioken times 10 as a Super Saiyan Blue against hit, Goku now went up against a stronger hit when only using Super Saiyan Blue, and he didn't lose, he actually stalemated / slightly won, because hits hold time barrier thing dimension. Goku, by powering up and yelling, broke it. He broke the time dimension, which can be a low 4th dimensional feat right there. And then there are more things that lend credence to Goku being stronger, especially considering towards the end of the Tournament of Power, Goku surpasses the initial Ultra Instinct Omen. And keep in mind, the Ultra Instinct Omen was shaking the world of Void, which is a realm stated to be infinite space, an infinite realm with no space or time. And if you want to learn more about this, again, check out my dimensional tiering video. And it also spooked the crap out of Beerus. And also, Jiren got stuck in time by Hit, and he just kind of looked around and was like, what's up? I wonder what this is. And then he just started marching and freaking crushed Hit's time Rasengan. Now, also, you can actually do the same squaring that you did for the earlier calculation, because Goku, as a when he created the Spirit Bomb, that, keep in mind, Jiren blinked away. Goku was making the Spirit Bomb, and he said, Jiren, don't regret giving me all of this energy, right before he threw the Spirit Bomb. So Goku thinks this Spirit Bomb might be enough to defeat Jiren, possibly killing him, right? But Goku would logically try to not kill Jiren. But even still, he thinks it'll be enough to beat him, like immobilize him or something. And keep in mind, this Goku just got his butt kicked by Jiren when he was in Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20. And Goku pushes it in base and expects it to kill Jiren, but when Jiren just like blocks it, Goku turned into Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20, which he's Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20, pushing a Spirit Bomb, which is also Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20 level. And when he pushes the Spirit Bomb like this, it's an exponential multiplier. Like, it doesn't just add, it actually squares, as shown when Goku used the Spirit Bomb against Kid Buu, and then it was like Kid Buu was just kind of deflecting it without much issue, and then Goku went Super Saiyan on top of it, and then Super Saiyan 2, and all of the humans on the face of the planet times 100 isn't gonna do very much. I mean, times 100 isn't really gonna do all that much to Kid Buu, but like if you multiply the Spirit Bomb by the Goku's entire power, if you know what I mean, it gives you a lot better numbers to give you a better chance of stopping Kid Buu. But if you get this far and still don't think Goku has a chance, you're kind of hopeless. Because, like I said, he scales to Vegeta, who popped the hyperbolic time chamber not once but twice. You know, he did it twice, confirmed by Piccolo. Ultra Instinct, no, Jiren by just appearing shook the world of Void. The Spirit Bomb was supposed to be able to destroy, to beat the Jiren that just by appearing shook Infinity. And so, and then later in the story, he gains more power than the Spirit Bomb had, like when he was taking hits from Kefla, which was stated to be stronger than the Spirit Bomb. When he was in base Super Saiyan Blue, her power was stated to rival the Spirit Bomb. Not to mention Ultra Instinct Omen and Master Ultra Instinct. That's just a complete mismatch. Also, Jiren was stated stronger than anyone they've ever faced before, which would include Infinite Zamasu, who had became the multiverse and started spreading to another timeline, which had its own multiverse. So that's multiverse plus level. So you could say that, sure, he has all of the, he can hold all of the universes. But, I mean, Zamasu kind of became all of the universes and then started spreading to another timeline. So, I mean, and then Jiren was stated stronger, and then the Spirit Bomb was stated that it might be able to kill Jiren, and then Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20 on top of that, and then later on he gains the power of all of that put together. So so that's the same squaring method. So even if you say the Frieza thing is wank, he definitely gets his power squared during the Tournament of Power. And again, you would just add the multipliers from before, and the same multipliers, but without the squaring of the power when around the Frieza saga. If you just say that his power squared here, there's even more multipliers in between the time where his power squares. So that's definitely above infinite third dimensional. And of course, since people are breaking time now, that would be fourth dimensional. So that would put Goku at low fourth dimensional, which would be above infinite three dimensional. And if you're not understanding and you're just like, what? Check out my dimensional tiering video, and that would explain the rest. And don't forget to check out my Discord, link in the description, if you think I'm just retarded, or if you want me to cover another versus video, you can hit me down in the description, or I mean not the description, in the comment section, or in my Discord. You can let me know. I'll get back to you either way. I have merch. My Amazon link is still broke, but I have merch. If I don't have anything you want, you can always let me know in the comment section or on Discord, and I can probably make what you want. And keep in mind, I have the utmost respect for Austin and game theory as a whole, but I can't just let him go around saying that Minecraft Steve solos all of fiction, right? He's stronger than anyone in fiction, because that's just not the case, as shown as the numerous people that are above infinite third dimensional, right? So that's important to keep in mind. Freaking multiversal people, and then freaking hyperversal, omniversal, and all that good stuff would completely crap on him. Now I hope Austin watches this too, but that's all for this video, folks. The Cool Geek out.